Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. My name is Kyria, and on the last episode, we did all the quests around the Red Rooster Stead, and made our way down here to the Merlwyb Dry Docks, where we're helping with building a giant friggin' ship. So, let's get to it, huh? We were supposed to look for some lightning sprites, and doubt someone who doesn't know where someone else is, and get some jackal fangs for whatever reason. So let's just do all of those things, and that sounds super fun. Now, I know lightning sprites like to hang out in this general direction, so let's go ahead and murder us a few. Or can you really kill them? I don't think that they're like sentient, they're just kind of there. It's like a manifestation of an element, right? Oh my god, I feel so dumb fighting in these clothes. I feel like I'm weaker, even though I know that I'm stronger. Alright, yeah, there's two more of those right there. Knock them out. And... ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna head up toward that lighthouse in a second. I love the music happens as the sun is coming up. It's wonderful. It's so pretty, too. Okay. Oh, I guess the doubt guy was... oh no, this Candlekeep Quay. For some reason I was thinking Candlekeep Quay was Merlwyb Dry Docks. It's not. Rostnaz. Rostanza yearns to profess his love to a certain special someone and requires your help to do so. Whilst the Carvens help keep me head clear, a bit of company would ease the solitude. Truth is, with each turn of the sun, I creep ever closer to the brink of madness. All day and night I dream of someone who might rescue me from this prison. Someone broad and hale, with skin the color of the sea and eyes what'll suck you in like a maelstrom. Someone like Grimthada. I've been enchanted by her sweet magic since I first saw her, a young lass from Merlwyb Dry Docks on patrol of the God's Grip. She smiled at me, but I was too up inside by fear to meet her gaze. And now, since her promotion to head watch, she can't be bothered to make the climb. I'd tell her how it is I feel, but my duty to the sailors... Wait, it might be you could tell her for me. I'd make it worth your while. You could take her a nice ocean lily bell. You think she'd like that? I reckon she'd like that. Ain't met a woman what didn't like flowers. Aw, dude's cute. Alright. I guess we'll go over here and pick up that quest. Oh, Jackal's right here. Forgot about you. Now you're dead. Way to be a corpse, dude. Oh, you're like a higher level than the other enemies. I mean, like, the ones specifically up here on this hill, it's fine, though. I don't know how this hill warrants 3 extra levels, but it does! I'm about to hop down there anyway. I'm not gonna kill all 4 of them up here. I'm headed into an area where I'm gonna aggro some anyway. Hop! That was fun. Okay. So let's listen to what he says and then doubt him. Eh? Does that self-righteous dog Oprim doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Now you listen here, mister. Turtleback Island? He cannot do that, can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator, rest her soul, I know naught of this Feril's mead, nor his precious supplies. Hell, we here at the Quay have enough trouble these past few suns, what with the, that sinking of that Lamentin cargo ship off the Salt Strand. Ooh. I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders off in the grip. Writing the shipwright. Halbroda has a suggestion for the kind of adventurer who came bearing Foreman Abram's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have time to get that arse of yours down to the to the salt strand, and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows? You may just run across this Firil's mid everyone seems so eager to find. Here's hoping the navigator hasn't found him first. Forbidden Island. Mielvan's Gate Field Assessor Azumin is seeking help to exterminate an unknown pest. Excuse me, adventurer. Might I have a moment of your time? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Azumin, Field Assessor for Mielvan's Gate. I work with the Custom House. My work with the Custom House involves the investigation of claims made regarding the unlawful import of restricted items from foreign shores. Recently, there have been a number of petitions made by residents of Candlekeep Quay concerning a species not native to Vilbrand. If this species is indeed alien to the island, it must be located and destroyed immediately before it is allowed to reproduce and possibly disturb the natural balance found here amongst the area's fauna. I would ask that you take this lump of fetid dodo flesh and place it upon one of the mounds of soil thought to be the nests of the invasive species. The odor should draw forth whatever creatures lurk beneath, leaving them easy targets. Feels like I've done that quest before. But okay. This way. I'm like, well, where's the exit? I don't know how to get out. Go ahead and, do this whole dodo flesh shenanigans. With a decent wind, the stench of rotting dodo meat can carry for malms, attracting all manner of creatures. Delicious. Thavnarian, what? Thavnarian Mightling. That's funny. I wasn't aware that, Thavnar was even a thing yet. I mean, it's still barely a thing, though. Oh, really? Okay. For some reason, I expected there to be one at each mound, but I guess those are different things. No? Oh, wait, what? Is it? Maybe it's just different places where you could trigger the same quest? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. I thought I would have to go to all of them. Oh my god. You just don't quit, do you? That's fine. Because now you're a corpse. Goodbye, your face. That was fun. Okay. Have to go there. Let's say it with flowers real quick. Lenotian Lily. Oh my god, of course, more things spawn right now. Really? Don't. Don't mess with me. I don't feel like dealing with your crap. Smack. Those quests that just spawn an enemy and then you can run away. I love them, but also I'm like, stop it! I don't want to deal with you. I'd rather you just didn't spawn at all, but I mean, I know that I'm supposed to be tricked into thinking I have to kill you. Alright, come on. Come on, you dummy. Thank you. That dude literally just spawned. Someone doing this quest? I guess so. Otherwise there wouldn't be a reason for things to be spawning in. Wonder... Oh well, I don't care. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, they kill each other. I didn't even know that. Alright, that explains it. So I'm like, who the heck is out here doing such a low-level fate, and why? Alright, so... main quest right here. To figure out what's up with the missing peoples. Might, if I take too much damage, yeah, I'm just gonna pop a potion and keep going. So I don't care, and I have a bunch of those. Keyturn, I'm not dealing with you right now. I want to talk to this guy. Frillsmead. I am Frillsmead. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts. I thought he might be, but you must know I cannot show my face at the dry docks until I've righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliff, so I paid a few coins to the fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt the shore and the ship, the swells had risen nigh on 10 malms, and 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Leminson galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the salt sand. I has made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with Keyturn, and I ain't one with a sword. I ain't a one with the sword. That's a weird way to say it. And now I see, and now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Yes, understood. Murder. Friggin' genocide the Keyturn peoples. And all will be solved. Brass helm wheel. No. No, don't. Don't you dare. I'm not fighting you for that. And what else we got? Folded sailcloth over here. See if I can get this without aggro. I'm sure one of them's right in the middle of the camp and it'll be impossible to get to. No, not happening. Bye-bye. Oh, tangled rigging, it's right over here. Fantastic. Good, because, through that. And return it to that guy. Frillsmead, you put me on a task. It was a waste of my time, a waste of your time. That night I was tossed in the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the 7 hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And I've been here ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. Brass helm wheel. A piece of nautical equipment intended for the Victory and sought after by shipwright Frillsmead. Okay. Tangled rigging. No, wrong button. Stop doing that. A piece of nautical equipment. Oh, same description all around. Okay, easy peasy. The missing parts. I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop at the quay so that I may pay respects to the widow of a brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Opgrim that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Awesome. You turn in that thing at Candlekeep and be like, yo, I did the thing with the dodos and the fatted flesh and murdered all the giant gross bugs that happened. And she'd be like, oh my god, thank you. Can you do this slightly more tedious quest now? Oh, did someone actually spawn this fate? I'll do it. Let's do it. Come on. Bring it. This one's fast, that's why I'm willing to do it. Another marauder. This is an easy quest. I wonder if it's possible for me to use a potion on someone else. I've never actually tried. Nope. Okay. How's it mean? Bavnarian mites? We've collected eggs from cargo carried on ships heading from Radzat Han before, but always in Limsa Laminsa. There's no records of ships traveling to or from the tiny island nation making stops here in Candlekeep Quay, nor would they ever need to. Unless... the mice did not come from a ship that laid anchor here, but from a different vessel, one with more heinous motives. I believe this will require further investigation. I thank you again for your assistance. Perhaps I may require your services again in the near future. You're welcome. And back to the dry docks thing. No. No, 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 no. I have to go turn in that thing to the dude who likes the girl. The girl the color of the ocean. Because Rogadin can be that color. Oh my god, I'm so tired of these insane clothes. Can I please not be staring at my bare naked legs? Like, oh god. It's a pair of underwear. That is underwear. Okay. How is that armor? How? Rostens, I got your flowers. It can get right lonesome up here all alone with naught but the wind's chill to keep a man company. Some days I carve jackal fangs to help clear me head of the voices. The voices call me back to the great blue. Oh, I guess it wasn't you for those. What's this? Mimidoa send you, did he? Well, you tell that old man he needn't waste his few last sons in this realm worrying about poor Rostenza. I'll carry on as I always have, in service of the sailors, alone till the day I die. What's going on with that one little patch of ocean right there? That's weird. I think it just kind of spawned in like that. Oh, is that just waves? That's weird. Alright. That can't be mist. The hell is that? I don't know. Whatever. W/E. Morbi. Morbabi. That's a giant crane. Holy crap. I mean, I guess for a town that builds ships, something like that would be necessary. Grimthada. A gift from me from the Candlekeep at Ocean's Torch, but I don't recall ever meeting anyone. A lovely flower for the lovely Grimthada. Ah, a Lenosian Lilybell. Yes, it's coming back to me now. Rostenza, I believe his name was. I remember specifically commenting on how I despised my patrols through God's grip for the area is full of Lenosian Lilybells, and the terrible weeds always send me into sneezing fits. Well, I am flattered. I'm afraid I cannot return the gesture. As head watch of Morbi Dryduct, it's my responsibility to see that peace is kept until the victory's christening. I simply haven't the time to pay would-be suitors any mind, no matter how desperate they may be. Though, perhaps once the ship is complete, I could consider the climb up to the peninsula. Perhaps. Aww. A love story. Okay. Can't even wear those yet. Mimidoa! Eh? Where'd you crawl in from? I don't recall sending for no initiates. Eh? Kyria Shea? I once knew a lass named Kyria back when I served on the Cloud Dancer. He was a buxom young lass with eyes big and round as ogre pumpkins. You ain't her, though. Nose ain't quite right. And who are you again? Ah, got something to tell me, has you? Rostenza. What's that mumbling milksop whining about this time? No, let me guess. That he's lonely? Bah. Put a pair of warm women in his arms, and another in his lap, and he'll be right as rain. 'Tis what I do to help me forget what ails me. Not that old Mimidoa needs much help with forgetting, mind you. Might be that I'll send him up a few saucy strumpets this coming eve. Okay, you're just a gross little Lalafell. Nailed it! These are 13 still. 12, yeah, I'm still gonna... I was trying to fix... I was wondering if if I would be sent to Western Lenosha or not, if there were enough levels yet to spare. I swearsin'! God, these names are hysterical. Alright. Hop down this way. Hekhezel. No, Hezkezel. 3 cores, and I can be done the day's work and back at the alehouse where I belong. These white-hot cores are sometimes used by blacksmiths and armorers as a source of heat when driving rivets into metal plate. That Arcanus just healed me for no reason. Leviathan's Eye, you've really done gone and fetched me the blinking cores. Abram will be right pleased to see that, he will. It was the foreman what came up with the idea to use cores to heat the rivets. A clever one, that man. Sharper than a fang in a fish back's beak. Probably is why he made Chief so quick. Yay! Okay, now I think this will level me. It will, and then I can wear that armor. I'm relieved to hear that both Frill's meat and the supplies are unharmed. Though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here, adjacent to dry docks, were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe the trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep Quay was less of a natural sort, the sort of which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Oh no. Yay! Equip, equip, equip. Getting there. Do angry pirates dream? Victory Foreman Outbrim is considering recommending you for an important job involving dry dock security. Kyria, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldik and Vimelis. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Grimthara, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that the pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I've recommended you for the task. Despite all Limsa Limensa endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coins, just the thought of it sickens me. He pointed this way. So this way we go. There you are, Grimthara. Ah, yes, I had a feeling you'd be the one Outbrim sent. Since you first arrived at Morby Dry Docks, I've had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on those new to the area. It's simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That, and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I must admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well, then. I assume Outbrim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near the ancient stone called Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men posing as a lost adventurer and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kanongo, stationed near the gates, can provide you with the exact location of the camp. Okie dokie. I am ready to murder some pirates. Kyria! I knew it! No more sardines for Kanongo. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Outbrim would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you'll eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone, half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemia, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. Okay. So we're going to go to the stone where Nemia the Spinner is worshipped for no reason. Because, oh my god, the gods have like no presence, but everyone believes in them. I guess that sounds familiar. No more comments. And there it is. There's that stone. Yep, there's that mark of that goddess right there. Disreputable pirate, loyal Scrags. What do we have here? A little lost lamb come looking for a mommy. We's a nice fire going. Why not come and sit your tender arse down by old One Tooth? I'll keep you all warm and toasty like. Bugger off, you unbloodied whelp. You reek of an old maid's teats, and it's making me wine taste more sour than it already is. I'm giving you the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your venturing arse back down whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, I was that up to me ears with your type, roaming the hills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man can't enjoy a mega rum without some shite breath outlander running up and asking which way to the local leaf meet. 7Ls if I know. I'm Blade Pirate, goddammit. Thal's balls. Once we have me boy back, I'm putting this god's-forsaken pisshole of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags, we've knives to sharpen. I mean, as long as you're leaving, works for me. Back to the docks? Yes. Seems like the person I talked to is, like, right at the docks. Oh yeah, it's gonna be what's-her-face. Grimspada. That's the one. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that the target was never the victory? Something's not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make their first move. I shall order the increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Kiri. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Damn straight you were. When will you learn? I am always the right choice. Grimthada, a captain of the watch at Merlwyb Dry Docks, wishes your aid in dealing with potential intruders, victory in peril. I'm concerned, Kyria. It appears the pirates I had to investigate are in the move. They creep ever closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Limsa Lominsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Kyria, are just the woman to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, all my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Urtwurst at the front gate or Kanongo at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna talk to the one who's close by, because that just makes some damn sense. Hail, adventurer. Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Grimthada's desk gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates looking around the cliff near the Empty Heart, or near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. That I can do. So, I think, are we almost done? He's level 14 now. Maybe I won't go to Western Lenoche. I thought I did. This area here, yeah? I guess not. Oh, maybe that's where the level 15 quests send you. I think so, actually. That's fine. I'm pretty sure the climax here is dealing with these pirates. Shifty-eyed sailor. Giant-ass freaking crane. Bah, spotted me, did ya? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Okay. So... it seems like it's close, but it's not, and it's faster to just warp back. For some reason, I can't jump down. From Thada, I have some weird news for you. So, you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could these knaves be planning? What's to happen is already happening? Captain! Trouble at the shipyard! Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates! Out of nowhere! Struck me good! Gods below, we're not prepared for this. The pirates, soldier, how many did they number? Not sure. More than I can quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there's no time to lose. Kyrie, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I will see to this man's wounds, then follow after. Make haste now. I would love to. Can I have a proper shirt? Shipyard. This way, right? No, oh, that's blocked off. Okay. They want me to go on a very set path. Hello. Go on then, knock some sense into them. I would love to. Okay, there we go. Level 14, so at least they're all easy. Oh, more, huh? Alright, well, let's always kill the one with the cane, because they can heal. And I do not want that. Yup. No thank you. Anytime there's a group of enemies and you see one of them has a cane, you kill the crap out of that person. Because they are going to start slinging heals, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. So more than you can count. We're at 4 so far. Yeah! Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but those plans worked like a charm. Duh. What are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This'll all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright. And building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Limlane's wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense, da. Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but this era's over. Ah, I wondered why Opera might never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's a symbol, all right, of everything that went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter into 100,000 pieces. Grimthoughta, Kyria, pray beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the victory. Alright, you heard the man. I'm gonna beat the crap out of his dad. Beat up my dad for me. I don't like him anymore. Silent Lackey. Oh, there's a few of you. Nope. You do not get to do your Curie thing. Just back off with that. One of those deals where... Actually, I deal about as much damage as she does, so that's not that bad. But still, better if I... Whoa, what are those here? What? Oh, Merlwyb Mercenary. As they agreed, huh? Yeah... I'll take the Merlwyb, you focus on as the whatever. Got it. No, that's why I can actually damage him, is because that's how it's expected to go. You know, I can stun you too. I can play that dumb game. Watch. Easy, right? You have no idea who you're up against. I kinda do, you're almost dead. I'm doing great, and I still have potions. Weird, Venture. Oswin has a crazy glint in his eye. I'm not going to try and say his name. Now, out of me damn way. That's a crate. Wow, that was really tough. You're so cool. I love that you've gone from moves that damage me to things I can dodge 100% of the time. You're right, that was really tough. Alright. Can you guys kill the mercenary, then? Because finishing him off didn't finish the duty. Dude, the guy who's paying you is dead. Alright. Duty Cornplort. I must be getting old, letting some green venture get the best of me. Dad, you always do this. You're so embarrassing. I don't even want to... Which I wasn't even your kid. I don't even like you anymore. That's one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? My thanks, Kyria. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down. Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Grim Thoughta. Okay. Yeah. That's the ship storyline that I remembered. Grim Thoughta. I did a thing. How fare you, Kyria? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you've played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa Lominsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Oprim apologizes. Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, the incident was hardest on him. But, in time, I believe he'll come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. By the by, pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rainer's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask that you another favor. Oh my god, a shirt. Men in the blue tattoos. Grim Thoughta wishes to entrust you with an important task. Kyria, in light of your role in recent events, there are a few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered among the personal effects of Otzopfin, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. There, I said his name. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script which we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa Lominsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I'm told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Baderon and his convenient connections. Thus I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, into his hand and no other, do you understand? Okay, yep, we're all done. Back to that place. Good to know. That was a whole bunch of fun. Dude, this zone took like almost 2 episodes. No, wait. Yeah, entirely 2 episodes. Well, almost. 1 2/3-ish? Whatevs. I mean, other than the panties, at least I'm wearing armor again. That was ridiculous. Every time I make a character, that step drives me nuts. Ahoy there, Kyria! I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Oprim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least you kept the victory from being sunk before she sailed. And for that, I owe you my thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsa Lass. Folk know that when they need something doing... You need something doing? And what might that be? Whatever language this missive is written in, it's not one you're familiar with. You want someone to read a message written funny letters for you? And Grim Thoughta thought I might know a man as could? Well, let's see it then. I reckon I might know a canny bugger who can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Baderon. You know, you're like one of me regulars now, Kyria. You've never let me down and never gator helped me. I reckon I can trust you. Grim Thoughta was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing here, and no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. There's my pants. There we go. Dressed like a person. Well, like a person who's ready to go out in public and not freeze and be murdered by the first thing to touch her. Good to have you aboard, lass. Now then, where to start? Feint and strike. Baderon has a task for a trusted adventurer. Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders you prized from the cold dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script wasn't only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagin letters, lass. And I should know, I've gutted more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the Victory is all ear, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of L in the Western Lenosha, then hit the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. The point being, the attack on the Victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates. It was a key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this alright, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you was onto him and rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards as they was paying Aprim's old man. They were there with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do, or what? Those kids, you saw them. 7 L's. I've got it all backwards. And mess up the Victory. That was meant to be the bloody distraction. The Fishbacks ain't interested in the Maelstrom's baby. They're after men, just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising L in Western Lenosha, that's where it'll be. Summit tells me Swiftperch is about to get it, and, get hit, and hit hard. You gotta not drop every single H, dude. It's really hard to tell what you're saying. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Rayner at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him an and, eh? You can be damn sure he'll need one. Okay. Back to Swiftperch. It's getting close. I think I might actually be able to finish Limsa in this episode. Was it not Swiftperch? Oh. But it was. Oh, that's weird. Marauders Guild? I forgot about the thing about going to Rayner. My bad. Marauders Guild it is. I'm a goofy. I'm a goofy person. Rayner! There's like some shit going down you might want to know about. Yes, I'm Rayner. Ah, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You were to be commended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the Victory. Now what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Badaron. Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what's afoot? A small slip of paper with Drowning Wench Proprietor Badaron Tenfinger's unintelligible writing scrawled all about it. An assault on Swiftperch? But we've seen nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Badaron is rarely wrong about such matters. And we'll march with the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Badaron's assessment that the attack on Drydox was intended as a diversion, Swiftperch is but one of several possible targets for the main thrusts. Commodore, sir! Report. This is a Hagen, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on South Tidegate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. By the Navigator, it seems my decision's been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there's every chance this assault on the Tidegate might prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swiftperch vulnerable to those pirate traders. It's at times such as these that I wish warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes of will avail us not. Shay, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swiftperch with all haste, and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defense. Now go to Swift Perch. Alright. Bye, Rainer.
It was good to see you.
And Rizflow. What's up, man? I'm gonna do a quest. Commodore Rainer sent word we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swift Perch, it was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship the Calamity threw their way. And we're not about to let some fish-fancying scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody elm, you hear me? I hear the crap out of you, sir. Here they come! Oh no. Here now, I thought of them yellow jacket worms was meant to be busy. I use the scrag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for us at Hagen Brothers? Piss on that. We ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk or it'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan's altars. The yellow bellies you can butcher at will. Them dirt-eaten slugs will be crushed under the full might of the serpent reavers. Seems Swift Perch was the main target after all, huh? Squads 1 and 2, protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you, we meet their charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of our victory or no word at all. For Limsa Laminsa! I'll gut you, yellow bellies, and dance on your gizzards. You probably don't want to do that. Their gizzards are probably slippery, and they'd ruin your boots. You can just gut them and probably call it a day at that. Lead up stand show higher bracket fights. Okay. Time to split some heads adventure. Start with the frontline fodder. Okay, I guess let me kill the melees first? Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna go down noticeably faster. Okay. Then, with these guys. And these guys. I'm gonna do one of those fights where I don't really have to touch the boss because the NPCs can do it for me. Okay. I wanna... Oh, no. Diviner. Where's the Diviner? You are going the fuck down. I am not messing with your crap. Now let's kill the Salt Mage. It's Reddit's favorite kind of mage. Kill some more of these guys. Yeah. This isn't hard. What's-his-face is already at half. Where's the other dude? There's another brawler somewhere. Oh, he's over there almost dead. Good. Here's a trick to make you soil the breaches. What are you gonna do? You got something actually scary planned, or are you just saying words? No, I guess not. Oh, he summoned that thing that the other dude summoned. Okay, and then if it's anything like Ul'dah, then your Stola is gonna come up and be like, "Oh, you killed a thing? That's amazing." Oh, except last time I thought it was an Ascian that did that. I might be wrong. Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men down and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. Okay, now's the part where the Ascian comes out. Yeah, I was ready for you. The source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I might smite my enemies. There it is, that's the gargoyle. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and suffer to live, because I don't care. Alright, so this says kill the masked man, but it can be faster if I take this guy out first. Or will it? Because the masked mage doesn't seem to be doing a damn thing. Oh well. I'd still rather knock this out first. Go ahead and do that. Wahaha! Ride as the venom eats its way through you or whatever. Whence springs this preternatural might? Do I have an antidote? Because that would be hilarious. Yes! Oh, delicious. Idiot. Oh, there she is. An unwelcome guest. No matter, all shall fall before me. Welcome to the party, Y'shtola. Nope. Don't even. No mortal should possess such strength. I think they just spam Blizzard 2 now, is what he did last time. Yeah. That's whatever. Goodbye. Ugh. That the wisdom of the Paragon should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons, did he say? Then it was as I feared. They are known as Bringers of Chaos, or Ascians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Sharlayans had encountered Ascians before. I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How do you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lass? If I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or six to keep you company. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those Reavers were the ones spiriting folk away in the dead of night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what had happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated too, Lady Y'shtola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I'm glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to the disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms as a part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Raynor. Alright, back to the Marauders Guild then. Oh, but first... don't touch it, it's gross. Ew, it smells like egg farts. And back to Laminsa. Laminsa, Limsa, Limsa, Limsa. 3 Limsas, but only 1 Laminsa. You gotta know the difference. Or else, like, what are you even doing with your life? Okay. One more go to the Marauders Guild. Good old Coral Tower. I remember the warps used to actually say Coral Tower, but now it just says Marauders Guild to make it easier. That's why at the Coral Tower used to be helpful information, and now it's like, oh, where's that? And you have to click your map. The teleport would have just taken you to it before. Shay, eagerly have I awaited your return. Word of your exploits is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You've shown yourself to be possessed of a sure arm, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Limsa Laminsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorzea's greatest adventurers. It is but a matter of time. Clearly Baderon's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined you capable of such feats. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Y'shtola has been working with us for quite some time, you see. And she was only too willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Limsa Laminsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, and the small matter of your deeds at Swiftperch, you too have proven yourself a valid friend of Thalassocracy. He wanted to say Thalassocracy, but that makes no sense. Admiral! May I present to you Admiral Bofizwin.
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Merlwyb Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward, after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Baderon and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the woman who foiled the Sahagin.
A seat at the feast.
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
High Society. Commodore Rayner wishes to speak with you regarding the forthcoming banquet. I'm not sure you understand how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor, why even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa Lominsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Baderon can arrange. He's surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Alright. Back to Baderon. It's going to make the episode go a little bit long, but I'm going to completely finish Limsa in this episode. Especially since I'm pretty sure we'll be able to skip the Calamity flashback, so I doubt we'll be more than 10 minutes over time. At least that's my plan. Gotta hurry, though. That dude had a crazy-looking spear. I don't recognize that one. Usually most weapons and armor I can be like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Never seen that spear before. Well, well, if it ain't Merlwyb's guest of honor. Hobnobbing with the High and Mighty now, is it? I tell you, lass, I damn near snorted ale out me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure. You'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine and more. With fine and, more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite-caked venturing gear. No, the ear of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about her, if only to stop folk complaining when she stuffs her face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octet and speak to Janasim, or the Brugaire Consortium. She'll furnish you with some ladylike to wear. I've already had a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring them back here so as I can tell you what's what. Alright. That is... Okay, yeah, that's like right downstairs. At the Aetherite. There we go, at the Aetherite Plaza. Whew! My 4th episode tonight, and my throat is starting to get a little sore. Janashim. Good evening, miss. I assume you're the underdressed lady Baderon mentioned. I see who's not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. And go back to Baderon. Fun, fun. Finally getting somewhere. I would probably say that a million times throughout this series. There's a lot of somewheres to be. And they're right, Gregory. What a normal name. Baderon. Been to Janashim, have you? Let's have that box then. A small lockbox entrusted to you by Janashim of the Brugaire Consortium. Here we go. A nice pair of dress shoes for you. The lass mightn't have much else to her name, but so long as she got a decent pair of shoes on her feet, there ain't nowhere else she can go. Think of 'em as a gift from me and all the other folk you done right by along the way. Aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go well up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in her own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. Alright, let's put on these silly-looking shoes. Wonderful. A Mrs. Master Post. Baderon wants you to let him know when you're ready to depart for the banquet. You're ready then, are you? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd have considered it me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now, make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a lady, remember, not a lady's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast's being held on the bridge, in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthel in Bulwark Hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep that head held high, lass. After everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud. And don't let no eyeborn bugger tell you different. So, lift attendant, we want to go to Bulwark Hall. And it's going to be right there. Yep. Xanthale. Dress shoes? Fancy dress shoes. An adventure wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I will show you to the briefing room. Oh, it's Y'shtola. Hello, friend. Me hanging out with the only two people at the party I know.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all.
These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not, of a towering crystal? You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped to reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Alright, so that scene was one that we'd already seen before. I did watch it for a second, and it was identical. So, our next objective is to talk to Merlwyb one more time, now that we've gone unconscious, woke up, and come back. Ah, greetings, Kyria. Admiral Bethuzwin awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Merlwyb. Ah, Kyria, it's good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered. Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would trust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. Laminsan Envoy, Merlwyb wishes to entrust you with an important task. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It's been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might have once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. These letters contain the details of said proposal. And I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You've proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but it is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task should take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. Before you depart, I'd suggest you trouble Bataran for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well-traveled. It is a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand as I did in more peaceful times when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well-deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Kyria, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Alright, one more quick little conversation with Bataran, and then I'm pretty sure that'll be it for Limsa Lominsa. That'll be pretty neat, huh? Oh, six castles. I said castles because Aft Castle. 6 episodes for Limsa. That's not that bad. Seems like it had more quests and a lot more running than Ul'dah did. Just for the purposes of me kind of making my own measurements. Ul'dah, I was doing job quests as well, and was going out of my way for hunting logs and whatnot. And I still feel like I finished a little bit faster than I did in Limsa. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are ya? Personal bleeding envoy? So, you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me. I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd got that bloody eye. I'm proud of you, lass. Thinking of how far you've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking either. Well, not just the ale, at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the old Eorzea laid out before your eyes, like a fair maid on a featherbed. And she's a big girl, too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Laminsons are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're a adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see? Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting beastmen and their goddamned primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there you can't handle. Some of it tells me you're gonna be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things round. 'Tis the perfect time for an adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. We finished the Limsa Laminsha intro, and they're now trying to send us to another nation. So I'm gonna go ahead and oblige them in the next episode. So until then, thanks for joining me, and I'll be right back.